Well, good evening, friends. This is Rajiv. Today, I would discuss one topic regarding employability skills. Actually, I had prepared this topic for presentation at Kids University, but due to lockdown, I hope my proposal has not been persuaded and accepted. So today, I would like to discuss that topic regarding employability and certain insights, certain my knowledge I would like to impart. I hope this will be fine and this will reach to certain section of the people, segment of the students, segment of the unemployed students, or segment of the employed people for the sustainability. So these things are going to be helpful for the people. So let's start the topic: employability skills towards sustainability in this challenging corporate world amid of COVID-19 pandemic. So in this pandemic situations, it has been a really challenging to get new job as well as to sustain and maintain oneself in a existing organization, existing positions, existing designations, because both things have been parallelly challenging in this pandemic situations, because we don't know when sometimes it is declared lockdown, sometimes shutdown, sometimes quarantine. All kind of difficulty challenges are coming on these situations. So I have prepared that topic which was scheduled to be presented in Kids University, but I hope due to this COVID lockdown in Orissa, I didn't get that approval. In future I might get. So anyway, still I would like to discuss my thought and my idea regarding this topic. So let's see, let us discuss. So employability skills are the set of abilities for sustainability in the job competitive and challenging world in this most crucial time of deadly pandemic COVID-19 situations. Employability skill in layman language is understood as skill of having quality of getting employed or self-employed with inner inbuilt or developed for capabilities. Here the topic is clear that I would like to tell that employability means the ability to get job where your ability might be inbuilt or you have developed. So employability skills means you make yourself desirable in the job market to get accepted by the employer. So where two things I have discussed: sometimes some people have certain inbuilt qualities, and sometimes some people doesn't have the inbuilt capability, rather they developed it. So these two things, self, we can develop our quality as per the required demand of the society, demand of the corporate, or some people have the inbuilt quality. So whatever may be, so these qualities needs to be developed. These qualities required to make sustainability in these challenging situations. So what are the qualities and how we need to develop, and what kind of challenges we encounter in the organizations, and how we need to improve ourselves. So these points I would like to discuss, and in this meantime, I have got so many friends, those who are watching my show. So I would like to give my gratitude to them, because they are the source of inspiration and motivation for me for moving this program. Actually, I have postponed this program since a long time, since I started it with the request of some of my friends, as well as some of my seniors and my top motivators, those who have been always with me in the pros and cons and ups and downs, those who have told me that I need to start this, and in my passion or free time, it has a lot of impact, and I have the freedom to express certain quality, certain things. So here I was talking what is employability skill, the skills which is required to get a job, or to make yourself sustained in the world, or to have certain inbuilt or developed skills which are essential in the existing job market, or to get a new thing, or to get established. So let's start, and sometimes, so every individual having his or her own USPs, unique selling propositions. Everybody has certain core capability which cannot be stolen, which cannot be matched, which cannot be compared, or which cannot be copied by others. So certain core capability, unique selling propositions, we need to develop it. And everybody has a unique style, everybody has a unique quality, just that they need to identify and they need to reflect it. So and they need to work out on that particular area for a long time. So this will be such a great or outstanding one that nobody will dare to challenge you, and you will be accepted in your desired place or desired activities. So friends, we have limited job opportunity right now in market, but unlimited aspirants, unlimited challenges are there. So we need to develop certain qualities. So I would come to the certain points. So in this current global scenario, we have limited job opportunity, but unlimited job aspirants with multiple degrees and skills. Right now, there is no shortage of the degrees. There is no dearth of the skills. Few skills, basically degrees are available huge in market. So lot of people who are lot of degrees, but they don't have the skills, they don't have the appropriate skills, or they don't know what kind of degree they do have. That is a question mark. Anyway, let's come. It's definitely challenging to get employed and sustained in any field for job market in this current COVID-19 pandemic situations. There are different kind of skills we need to develop in ourselves. So friends, we can sustain ourselves, and also we can get new job, or we can get accepted by our employer, or we can sustain wherever we are working. So these are the topics, these are points I would be discussing with all of you guys, and I would like to relate all kind of points, how practically it is linked with our work life, how it is linked with our field where we are working, or any organizations, maybe public sector units, maybe private sectors, wherever, everywhere it is highly required and it is correlated. So friends, come to the point, and I would like to discuss these points. So first, certain points I have decided that one is communication skills, teamwork, technological skills, adaptability and flexibility skills, self-management, time management, leadership skills, entrepreneurship skills, proactive attitude and aptitude. So these are the minimum requirements of self-development and upgradation of interpersonal skills. However, it is pertinent to mention that how pragmatic are we in these skills, how far one is capable to apply all these skills in his real life, as well as open to learn in this dynamic world, because most of the times we are not so much open, we are not flexible to learn which is taking place throughout the our circumstance and environment. So I would like to come to certain points I would like to discuss. So friends, first point, it is that communication skills. So most of the times what is happening, that we are lacking our communication skills, our lack of interactions with our colleagues, with our subordinates. So here what happens, there are different kind of communication skills, like verbal communication skill, non-verbal communication skill. Here what happens, your body language, facial expressions, your writing skill, your speaking skills, all these three parameters are highly required. How good you are at writing, how good you are at speaking, how good your presentation skills is there, and how you are communicating all your ideas, all the assignments you are having to your superior. Most of the times what happens, we are not in a position to communicate properly. And well my son is trying to watch the TV. Well, I would conclude it in very few minutes. So it is like that. So we need to be quite adapted. Well, we need to be quite efficient in these three things. We need to learn how to speak. Your language doesn't matter. That you need to speak in English always. Whatever language you are using in the office, it should be clear and transparent. Whenever you are giving any order, or whenever you are asking some help, it should be clear and it should be empathetic one. So your colleagues need to understand what you are saying, and you need to say with pleasantly. You need to ask them with politely, so everybody should understand. So you should not be authoritative, you should not be giving the orders without understanding somebody has in a position to help you out or not. Next is that body language, your expressions, body language, eye expressions, whether you are polite or pleasant or not. Nowadays people are talking about lot about soft skills. Soft skill is nothing. I think that pleasing attitude and your approach, which is should be kind and empathetic, and it should be very much polite, and the approach should be very soft. Soft means it should be polite, and it should be sympathetic, it should be clearly audible and reachable to the people you are understanding or you are giving orders. That is the things. And next is that writing. At least you should be in a position to write at least some lines. Most of the times whenever you are issuing a notice, whenever you are giving some assignments, most of the times what is happening, we don't know how to write a single sentence or two sentences for sentences. So having engineering degree, MBA degree, lot of degrees are there, but we don't know how to write a sentence properly. 5 sentences, there are so many degree holders, those who cannot write properly a sentence or 5 sentences, a paragraph cannot be written. So how these people are going to give the project or assignment in a proper way? It might be odd to some of the people, but I would like to tell you that this is the truth. Most of the people, even most of the people, those who are employed also, they have some fairness or they have some inability to write properly. That need to taken into consideration. Next is that your body language needs to taken into proper care. So these things are in communication skills. So communication skill doesn't mean how you are speaking. It is also that these 3 parameters, writing, speaking, and also appearance, verbal, non-verbal, all these things needs to be taken into considerations, as well as vertical, horizontal, diagonal. So different kind of the way of the communications that needs to be taken into consideration. So whenever somebody is going to appear in the job also, he should have the proper communication skills. Whatever language he is using, it should be clear, it should have certain thought. Speaking, everybody there are some people can speak we like AK-47, but it should have certain theme. The concept must be there while you are speaking something. Next is that the approach should be polite, and it should be reachable, and it should be clear, and it should be backed with some kind of philosophy or kind of thoughts. The inner thoughts must be there, which will support to your communication skills and which will reach to the employer or some other people. So these things we need to take care. So communication skills plays a very vital role in employability skills development and also sustainability in an organization. So we need to take care that completely. Next point, teamwork. This is most important factor, friends. Right now what happens, whenever any kind of assignment, challenge, or any organization we are working, we have to work with a team, and any assignment can be successful if you have a very good team. This is very important. Most of the times those people who are fortunate, they get a good team. Some people, they get a good leader, and this leadership I'll discuss in next point. So team is highly required. So if you have a teamwork skills, sometimes it is pertinent to mention that we may not get good team. So whatever team we are getting, we have to carry forward the team. If a good team, the work will be easy. If it is not as required, if the team is not consisting with the people who are not same minded or those who are not aligned with the corporate objective, if some project is there, if everybody is not single minded, if everybody doesn't have the interest to complete it, then it is challenging. So in these challenging situations, how you are working, how you are persuading your team to reach in the destinations, and how you are motivating it. Most of the times what happens, if you are bringing some business or something, so you need to make other people understand that what is this and how it is going to be beneficial and how it should be done. So there are so many things. So you have to make the team move if team is not in a ready to accept you. So initially there will be some kind of difficulties, challenges, but it can be achieved if you have the skill to move the team. Next point is that technological skills. So right now what happens, whatever the organization we are working, we need to be technologically adapt. We need to be technologically sound, because right now technology has changed every kind of manual work into auto works. So here what is happening, certain skills, certain technical skills you need to imbibe and you need to understand, everybody should have. And parallelly I can say that if it is like that MS Office, Word, PowerPoint, all these things, one segment. Next thing that we are working nowadays in CVS, and some office have some internet, and they do have certain on softwares, that how you are comfortable, how you have learned that, and you need to learn, and you need to be very much adaptable and associated with that things, then only it is possible. Next factor is that nowadays what is happening, that lockdown work from home is given out order. So how you are digitally comfortable to work and to deliver your commitment, so you need to learn. So we need to learn these skills right now in this 21st century right now in this lockdown and shutdown situations, work from home is very much important, and how you are ready to work and how technical you are technological efficient to deliver the activity. So tech thing we need to learn and we need to imbibe, and these things doesn't need to be inbuilt. It should be, it can be improved and it can be learned in a few moments. So we need to be open to learn. We need to be here one thing I can say that that dinosaur, it was it didn't exist because it was not able to cope up with the changes in the environment. So in the same way, right now the senior people, those who are old people, those who are not tech savvy, so they are not able to cope up with the situations in the changing situations. So some people are also learning and doing the best job. So if we are not able to learn the technological requirements right now in these changing situations, so we are not going to be higher, or we are not going to be able to sustain. So these things we need to learn and we need to change ourselves. That's the most important factor. Next is that adaptability and flexibility skills, how adapted we are and how we are flexible. Most of the times we won't get the environment as we desire, we won't get the situations as we desire. So we need to change ourselves as per the requirement, and we have to be flexible. We have to adapt with the new challenges, new situations, then only we exist. Sometimes people are very much rigid that I am like this, my personality is this, I cannot do work with this kind of people. But when you see that the people cannot, some team members cannot be changed, situation cannot be changed, so you have to change yourself and you have to modify yourself to adapt to be flexible in the changing situations, and to remain sustained and to get employed in the challenging and most difficult situations right now. Next is the self management, that the issue is like that, how we are managing ourselves. Most of the times when you are doing some good jobs, there will be criticisms. When you are doing bad things, there will be criticisms. So people are there always to comment you, because here back stab or pulling your leg, these things takes place in the organizations. So how you are how you have the capability to face this kind of things. So you need to manage yourself here. Self management, it means you need to also take care of your physical exercise, yoga, meditations, whatever maybe. We need to maintain ourselves physically also in this stressful period of the time. A lot of people are having a lot of physical alignments, medical things, so that we need to carry on and we need to take care of ourselves, as well as we need to manage our own internal thoughts. Some people I have learned, gone through different books also, some people have also told me that you present yourself the way you have developed your thought. The inside thought always motivates us to do something in outward. So how much we have developed the positivity, how much we have developed the positive vibrations inside us, so that will be always presented in outward. So we need to develop ourselves, we need to read different books, we need to come across with different kind of positive people, so that our good quality will be vibed, and it will be appeared, and it will be expressed in our work, thought, every time. So internal management is highly required. We need to develop certain internal good qualities, good thoughts. Always good thoughts are required to be a good worker. Always good philosophy, internal qualities required to be a good performer or outstanding performer. So these things need to be developed with good associations and good books, and also the culture and the learnings you have gone through the educational career, and some point of time also how much you have been able to develop yourself. That's important. Next is that leadership skills. Leader is not the person who declare himself that he's a leader. Yes, this is the point I went through today. One of my favorite teacher, Mr. Satyajit Misra, has written in FB post today. Leadership is not in your self-declaration. Leadership is on the work you are doing. Whenever there are so many people are following you, not by force, but by their choice, but by their own decisions, by seeing the good virtues of yourself. Leader is a person who leads yourself. So what happens in organization, most of the times some kind of situations arises that people will not allow you to work, because they feel that if you do this assignment you will get benefit. You will get the promotions, you will get the recognitions. But yes, somebody will get recognitions, but this is going to be helpful to the organizations, and everybody's contributions is required. Without a team we cannot be successful, and a team is successful, team is vibrant, team is dynamic if a leader is dynamic. So how the team is led by whom? If a person is having a good leadership, if a leader is dynamic, if a leader is effective, if leader is ready to work, if leader is doing the best job, then the team will do that. Team becomes lethargic, team gets failed when the leader is like that. So leadership skill is highly required. We need to improve it, we need to lead it, we need to take it challenging, and we need to be proactive, and we need to look into the qualities of our teammates, and we need to appreciate them, and we need to understand where is their problem, and we need to have always open communication with the team, and we need to discuss this is our target, this is our situations, and we need to implement where is the technical difficulty, we need to escalate that. Then only the leadership will be successful and team will be successful, if leader is good. So we need to imbibe this quality. Some people have involved qualities, some people don't have, so they need to analyze, they need to have their SWOT analysis. Accordingly they need to come out and they need to learn. That learning is always available, everybody should be open to learn. At any point of time anybody can modify his attitude, his behavior, and his perceptions and his personality. These things can be changed. These are not always involved qualities, this can be also rectified, modified. That's important. Next factor is that when we are working in an organization, that entrepreneurs are investing their money to develop that organization, to make the organization successful. But one thing is that other employees should have entrepreneurship skill. Entrepreneurship means you have to behave like an entrepreneur, though you don't have investment, though you don't have the membership in the board, but you have to behave like a employer. So entrepreneurship skill, whenever any organization we are working, how we are behaving. Some people think that yes, that is the owner, that is the director, or whoever may be, what is my requirement, why should I work so hard, why should I take the organization so much positively, because all these people are there, why I will get salary, I'll go to home. These kind of thoughts becomes very challenging, and it needs to be fine-tuned. We need to be entrepreneur, we need to think like an organization, we need to think like an director, we need to think like an entrepreneur, that he has given money, but we have to think that yes, I am a part and parcel of this organization, so I need to work, I need to develop my organizations. So these skills are required to be successful in the corporate world, to be a successful person, as well as to sustain in employ this arena, and we need to develop these things. Next is that proactive. Most of the times what is happening, we are not proactive. Most of the times we can understand the situation. If in an organizations we are working, we need to understand what is the current requirement of the employer, what is the current requirement of my profile. So I need to do proactively. Not everybody will force us or motivate us to do always do this, do that. We need to understand that this is my assignment right now, I do have this kind of opportunities, so I need to work, and I need to take help from certain seniors or some people, some higher authorities. So I have to work proactively. Always I cannot, or nobody will force us, or nobody is ready to motivate us. We can motivate ourselves, and we can proactively work ourselves. Next factor, that last point for the employability and sustainability, attitude and aptitude, both things are required. So attitude, how our attitude is, and how pleasant we are, and what kind of thought we are, and how we are reacting to the situations. Some people in organizations, they are always ready to criticize others. So they don't think that they are pointing out a single finger to someone, but there are 4 or 5 fingers are pointed out towards himself. Without criticizing others, rather let us challenge ourselves, how much good work I am doing, and I am the own challenger. I have to challenge myself, what is the achievement I have done today, and what are the challenges coming. So I have to develop myself every day, I have to challenge myself. It is not good always to comment others, because they are doing their work, I am doing my work, so I need to develop it. So my attitude should be polite, and if possible somewhere I need to improve somebody, I need to suggest to them. Always criticizing others doesn't cast a good impact on the others. So attitude is required. We need to be very much positive whenever any kind of situations assignment comes. We need to take it positive spirit and we need to work it. And aptitude skills is like that. I am talking about that for the job fresh job seekers as well as those who are going for higher positions. Aptitude skills like math, reasoning, other things for written aspects. We need to improve ourselves certain areas that we need to improve ourselves, and we need to certain materials also available, so we need to improve this. So this attitude aptitudes both are interconnected, we need to improve it. Next, friends, I have covered almost 10 points. There are so many points for this particular topic. This is a very interesting topic, employability skills in this most challenging COVID-19 pandemic situations, because most of the people are losing their job. Most of the people, those who are preparing in this point of time to get the job, they are not able to get because due to this lockdown, shutdown, economic crash, lot of situations. So in this pandemic situations also, I would like to add the last point. If we have certain qualities, and that quality should be so much strong, it should be strongest one, and we need to represent that properly and effectively. So everybody should understand what kind of thing is that. So one can earn his bread and butter without any hesitation if he has certain skills. Look, I can say you that one gupchup wala, that gupchup in Odisha, it tells a gupchup, that thing. In the evening, like 6 to 10 o'clock, standing in the roadside and also preparing all these materials from daytime, a gupchup wala is also able to earn 30,000, 40,000 in a month and maintaining his family, because he has good skills on that and he is not very much shy to sell that gupchup. Anybody, if somebody is good at DTP, I can challenge you that one of my relative is a very good at DTP at Balasore, Odisha. He is earning lakhs and rupees in a month by doing that job. So if a DTV man, if even a Xerox man, if somebody is a singer, somebody has certain skills, these people are representing in such a way and they are doing in such efficient way that they are earning their bread and butter. They don't need to employ themselves in some organization. They don't need to beg job. They have certain internal self skills that they are able to represent, and they are fine tuning themselves every day. So they are successful. So it's not that you need to always get a job in a public sector unit. You need to get a job in a private sector unit. If you're not getting job, no issue. But you definitely, everybody has certain skills. They need to identify it and they need to work on it. Yes, they can earn. They can make themselves self-employed and they can earn huge monies than the people who are working in abroad or working in some MNCs. That is the truth. But people need to understand. So your employability skills doesn't mean that you will be employed in any organizations. Your employability skill can give you employment, self-employment by doing your self-business, as well as you can make your own team and you can give employment to hundreds of the people. But the skills you have, the most of the important thing is that you need to develop your skills, you need to work on it, you need to sell it. So these things are required. So friends, thank you very much for watching today. So today this topic I had prepared for KIT University of Bhubaneswar for the presentations, but due to lockdowns I didn't get this approval. I might get in some later point of time, and I'll also develop some other points and research on this. So friends, I'll come out with some other topics on some other point of days. So I need your suggestions and I need your some kind of inputs for developing my skills, and I will come out in some of my holidays on some free time with different kind of interesting skills. And here I would like to clarify to my friends that I am not here doing some job to impress others. I am trying to develop my skills in this time, because communication skill, presentation skill high required where I am working, and I need to be very much pleasant. I need to improve all these things. So this is the thing that friends, I am trying to activate my skills. I am trying to get associated with the people to get some feedbacks, and I am just trying to present my internal thought to others. So this is the here I am challenging myself. I am trying to improve myself. I want to be a good presenter. I want to be a good motivator. I want to be a good speaker. So that's my job, and I have started doing this. I hope everybody will like it, and some you may not like it. If you don't like it, then give your feedback. If you like it, then share it. That's going to be successful, friends. So friends, thank you very much for watching. Keep sharing, keep liking. Have a good day.